Good morning, students. Okay, today, before we start our class, I want to ask you, have you ever read about the short story Living by M.D. Vassanji?
Yes, we have.
Okay, as we know, the story talks about a mother and her son, Nundu, who live in East Africa. Nundu gets a chance to go to Canada for a better life. The mother has to decide if she should let him go. She feels sad and afraid. She wants him to have a good future, but she doesn't want to lose him. She remembers her own hard life and worries about what might happen to him in another country. The story shows the love between a parent and a child and the pain of letting go. It also talks about family, sacrifice, and change. In the story, they also talks about conflict. Do you know what is a conflict is?
Yes, teacher. So a conflict is when it is a challenge in the story that characters must face.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, a conflict is the main problem or struggle in a story. It what makes the story interesting and shows what the characters are facing. There are two main types of conflict: internal conflict, struggle inside the character's mind, feelings, decisions, and the other one is external conflict, a struggle with something outside of the person, another person, society, or even a situation. Now, what I need you to do today is to find a conflict from the short story Living and suggest a way to solve this conflict.
So, all right, everyone. Now, I will explain more to you on how our activity will be conducted. So first, you'll be divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. So in a group, I want you to find one conflict. Remember, only one conflict from the short story Living. And also, you must suggest one way of possible solution that you may think of to solve the problem or the conflict. So you will have about approximately 6 minutes to discuss with your friends in your group to find that one conflict and one solution.
Sorry, teacher, may I ask, where do we put our answers?
Okay, listen. Now you'll be given a link to Canva slides. So that means you would have to prepare the slides to be presented later during our presentation session. So you may put your answers according to your group. Is that clear?
Yes, teacher.
All right, so if you have any other questions, you may ask me, okay? All right, now I want you to start a discussion with your group mates. Once you are done, you may start preparing your slides.
Hi, Group A. Just popping in to check your progress. Have you started working on the Canva already?
Yes, teacher, I'm typing now.
Great. So, what have you identified as the main conflict in the story?
A girl named Alu wants to go to America to study, but her family says no. Is it the correct answer, teacher?
Exactly. That's the central issue. Why do you think her family won't let her go? Why do you think it happened?
Maybe it is because of her family do not want her to give hope. Her family believe that it's not right for a girl to go so far alone.
Yes, good job. So, I think you can proceed to write the solution. Can you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Hi, Group B. Have you already discussed the solution? Group B, anyone?
We are in the middle of discussion, and we are on track on thinking of a solution.
All right, no problem. You guys have more time to think. Feel free to ask me anything if you want. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right. Group A and Group B, are you guys done?
Yes.
Okay. You can proceed to present your answer.
So, I am from Group A. We have found one conflict and one suggestion to solve the conflict. The conflict that we have found is Alu struggles with choosing between fulfilling her dreams of studying abroad and staying home to respect her mother's wishes and cultural expectations. So, the suggestion that we have come out is Alu could have an honest and respectful dialogue with her mother, expressing her aspiration clearly. That's all from us.
Okay, Group B.
Hi, teacher. So, one of the conflict that we had found in the story is Alu wants to study abroad, but his mother is against it. Then we come up with one solution that might solve the conflict, which is Alu should have an open conversation with his mother about how important it is for him to study abroad. That's all from our group teacher. Thank you.
Hi students. So everyone has done their part?
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher.
Okay. So now teacher want to ask Group B. What do you think about the solution suggested by Group A? And do you believe their solution is effective and acceptable?
I think the solution is effective because it helps the teacher express their feelings clearly, which can reduce misunderstanding and make the goodbye less painful.
Okay, that's a good point. Can you think of any challenges the character might face in following that solution?
Maybe a bit nervous or scared, to be completely honest, so it might be hard to start conversations.
Exactly. It is important to consider both the benefits and the difficulties. Now, let's hear from Group A. What do you think about the solution suggested by Group B? Do you find it effective and acceptable?
I think their solution is also effective because it focuses on building emotional support and understanding between the family members. It shows that the character doesn't have to go through it alone, which makes the living process more manageable.
Okay, great opinion. I like how you highlighted the importance of emotional support. So everyone, always remember, a good solution should not only solve the problem, but also be realistic and consider the character's emotions. By the way, well done students. You showed great thinking and teamwork today.
Thank you, teacher.
Alright class, before we end today's lesson, let's take a moment to reflect. We talk about how characters in stories face different problems and how they try to solve them. But I want to take this one step further. Let's think deeper. In your opinion, what is the importance of solving problems in stories and our real life? Anyone?
I think it is important because we can learn how to solve problems.
Great point, Alisha. So you are saying that solving problems in stories help us learn problem-solving skills. That's a very practical way to look at it. Well done, Alisha. And can you give me an example of a time when a story helped you understand how to solve a real-life problem? Fahim?
Yes, teacher. In real life, we also have problems. And if we don't solve them, they will get bigger.
Exactly, Fahim, you are right. Problems don't just go away by themselves. Why do you think authors include problems in stories? What do they want us to learn? How about you, Daniel?
Maybe to teach us lessons.
Yes, Daniel, that's a thoughtful answer. Authors often create characters who grows by solving problems, and that teaches us lessons too. So, everyone, from your reflections, we can see that solving problems, whether in stories or real life, is important because 1. It teaches us how to think critically. 2. It helps us learn from others' experience. And 3. It shows us that we can grow stronger through challenges. Excellent sharing today. I'm really proud of how you connected your learning to real life. Keep thinking like that. Okay, students?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Alright, students, that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.